To solve this task, I have copied and pasted the actual description from the task. I have copied some of the information from the Polyus uh, problem solving technique. I put it below it so we can look at it. And then on my right here, I have a program where I can draw flowcharts. But we should solve problems in a structured way. So I'm going to try to follow these 4 steps that we have here in the Polyus problem solving technique. And we're going to start with understanding the problem. So we read the problem and we make sure that we understand all the words that we have in here, and maybe there are a few things to point out. We're going to create a script or write a script. Means that we are not going to use interactive mode. Then it says something about read some information. That means that when we're running the script, we must input some information so the user writes it using the keyboard. Then we're going to output the read information to the screen. All right, we're going to display it using maybe print statements or something. All right, and we must calculate the year the person was born because we only enter how old they are. So what are we asked to find here? We are asked to read some information, this information, and after that we are going to output the read information. That's the second thing, but there is actually one more thing, and it's down here. That's note that the year the person was born must be calculated. Okay, the year the person was born must be calculated. So there are 3 things that we are asked to do here. And we have already talked about restating the problem. We said that we're going to display something and that we're going to input something. And if we go on here, is there a way that we can think of a picture or a diagram? Well, in a way we can, because we can imagine how this script will look like when we're running it. What will be displayed on the screen and so on. Is there enough information to solve it? Well, the tricky part here is maybe calculating this so that we can show what year they were born, because we only say how old they were. So we must assume that we know what year it is now. So I'm just going to assume that the year now is 2020. All right. And in this analysis, the next step is to devise a plan. All right. And I'm going to do that by creating a flowchart. There are other ways, and if you look at the technique, follow the link and read it, there are more things, but I just write a few things here. But generally, when we're talking about creating scripts or programs, a flowchart is a good start. So I will create a flowchart here. Usually I just start by adding the start and the end, and then I fill in between that. Oops. What is the first thing that we need to do? We need to read this information. So, and that is something that is either an input or displaying something. So I use this box to indicate that. Input information, or I think I say input specified information. So it is specified information. I know for myself that it means that I should go here and check these 4 things. So that is what it means to me. All right, what is the next thing we need to do? It's actually not outputting it, because before we output something or before we display it, we must calculate what year they were born. And I will do this in a rectangle because it's something that's happening inside the program. It is not something we're displaying or inputting. Year of birth. So that's the next step. And after that, the last thing is to output it. So we need to display something. I think I will be satisfied with display information, because just as with this one, I know that I have to go back and check the format here for how it should look. So we have a specified format here. So for me, right now, this is enough for me to understand it. Right. And let's draw the arrows between here. Alright, so we have come up with a plan. We have devised a plan for how to solve this task. And now that we have devised our plan, we should check it against the text and how we understand it to make sure that everything is included. And after that, we are finished with understanding the problem and devising a plan. Next, we should carry out the plan, but we will do that in the implementation video instead.